One of our top priorities in Washington has always been to make sure that the federal government is working cooperatively with states like ours to strengthen our ability to respond to disasters, whenever and wherever they strike. So we're particularly interested and hopeful to see a company like IAM thriving and doing such good work. Has a long record of working on risk management and disaster preparedness. Delighted to have this company join our community. IAM has worked with government agencies like FEMA, the Department of Defense, the National Institutes of Health, and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. They've also done work for major U.S. cities and ports. Their services range from compiling risk assessments associated with natural disasters to creating performance measurement tools to help government agencies improve outcomes for taxpayers, to developing IT solutions to enhance the efficiency and awareness of emergency management and defense professionals. So we look forward to the further development of these tools, these programs, as you take root here in the Triangle. We're particularly excited that Ms. Beriwal will join the ranks of our many accomplished businesswomen in the Triangle. She has more than 25 years of experience in disaster and emergency management, homeland security, and national defense. She's built IAM from scratch, from the very beginning, turning the business into the prominent consulting and technical services firm that we see today. In addition to running this major business, Ms. Beriwal is a guest lecturer at the Naval's Postgraduate School Center for Homeland Defense and Security. She's a frequent speaker at the conferences of the Naval Postgraduate School. She's a member of the prestigious Army Science Board. She's a former member of the Defense Science Board's Task Force for Intelligence Gathering on Terrorism. She brings to us a distinguished history of business leadership and civic leadership designed to enhance this region's prominence in the Homeland Security firmament. So please join me in offering a warm welcome to the President and CEO of IAM, Ms. Madhu Beriwal.
Thank you very much. I wanted to thank Congressman Price, Secretary Crisco, and Reverend Page particularly. It's wonderful to be here today. I know it's been a long process. It's taken more than a year for us to look at all the data, analyze the various sites that we could locate our headquarters in, and I think I'm so proud and so happy that we've made the right decision today. And I wanted to share with you a little bit of what we thought of when we came to this area and why we selected the Research Triangle Park, Durham County in North Carolina. To me, it really boils down to three things: education, innovation, collaboration. This area is known for its education, the K-12 education, which will be very important for our employees when they come here, so that they can put their children in the best schools possible so they can have a bright future. The post-secondary education here is remarkable with all the universities that are here. Great density of educational institutions, the top in the country, leaders in education for a very long time. That was very important for us. We are a knowledge-based business, and education is what we do. And so we wanted to make sure that we were at the center of education in this area. The second thing is innovation, and none of the people mentioned it before, but to me it's very, very, very important. I started this company in 1985, and the first word is innovative, because I think innovation is what's made this country great. Innovation is what drives the engines of growth. Innovation is what we need to solve the problems of the future. So we are glad to be here. This is where the first powered flight occurred with Kitty Hawk. I think it was actually Kill Devil Hills. I believe it's not Kitty Hawk, but this is where powered flight first occurred. And I know growing up in India, I visualized someday being able to fly as an astronaut. I don't think I can do that. I have to give up that dream. But I'm glad to be in the state that had the first powered flight. There's a culture of innovation. 50 years ago, this state had the vision and the fortitude to start the Research Triangle Park, a yet unthought of idea, concept for this region that is still being copied 50 years later around the world. So this is a center of innovation, and we are glad to be at the center of the innovation. The third thing is collaboration. And we were really impressed, we were very much impressed by the degree of collaboration between government, academia, and the educational institutions here in this state. I know you mentioned that, and I know that a number of the speakers mentioned it, but it's really evident when you work with a number of different states and you see the degree of collaboration that's here in this place. To me, it's very important because the challenges of this century that we are facing can only be solved through collaboration. They'll have to be solved through public-private partnerships, private educational partnerships, and all the permutations and combinations of those. So collaboration was very, very important. And talking about challenges, I wanted to mention that what we do is build solutions. And looking at the challenges coming up for this century, we have to just think smarter and build better solutions for them. And that's what we do at IEM. Our motto is, I think, therefore IEM. And you see it on our t-shirts and some of our materials there on the table on the side. Please feel free to stop by and pick up some of the materials. There's a book that features what happened with Katrina, and the first chapter is about IEM, so you can read about this company, not to talk about it from the point of tooting our own horn, but just for you to understand who we are. We'd like to hear your story, and we'd like you to hear our story so that we can build a partnership together and move forward. I really believe that as a nation coming up in this century, that we are going to face some challenges, and we are involved in things that address those challenges. In the last century, our leadership in the world was based on knowledge in the hard sciences. In this century, our leadership is going to be based on the knowledge in the soft sciences. And that's what we do. We integrate psychology, sociology, the softer sciences, because the answers lie with the people. The answers lie in the communities. Whether you're talking about homeland security or new defense concepts, or the use of information technology to have high productivity so that we can continue to have the standard of life that we do. As twin suns rise in the east, we can still continue on with our leadership in the world, and that's a very important component. And I think that we would like to bring that here, work with the wonderful partners that are possible over here, and move that forward for the nation and for this region, and for the company, of course. So let me end by thanking a few people. I mean, there's so many people to thank. I look across at all the faces, and I have come to know you in the last 12 plus months. But I want to thank at least some of the organizations that are important. The North Carolina Department of Commerce has been a key partner throughout, and I particularly value Secretary Cusco's leadership. Bo Gregory has absolutely been there every day talking to us. I think we have just a huge degree of communication, and we have tremendous respect for what you do for us folks, so thank you very much. The Durham County, Ted Connor, he's right here in front. I'm sorry, Durham County Chamber of Commerce, Ted Connor, and Durham County itself, all the commissioners who are here, Reverend Page. It's been wonderful to work with Durham County, and I think we're particularly looking forward to being a member of the community in Durham County. The North Carolina Military Foundation, of course, Will Austin, we started with Will, and we have been in contact with Will actually 2 or 3 years ago, and so that was a key factor in our decision to locate here. The RT Triangle Partnership, Charles Hayes and his staff, it's been wonderful to work with you. He has such enthusiasm for this area. Said that we were going to come here. There was an if then at that point, but as we said that, he was the first one to get up and clap and say, "That's wonderful. That's great that you're coming here." Thank you. And the Research Triangle Foundation, whose headquarters we are at, Rick Weddle and the folks at the foundation, we really appreciate all the efforts on our behalf. That was wonderful. And let me not forget the educational institutions, Duke, North Carolina State University, and the other universities, as well as the community colleges, have been integral to this. So we are glad to have this chapter behind us that starts a new chapter of moving here. I believe in going, whole hog at it. So if you commit to something, commit 100%, commit 120%, and we're going to commit ourselves to this region, commit ourselves to North Carolina, and work with you as partners to go forward to the future. Thank you.